The Air Force says that its unique Super Bowl flyover this year, which involved one of each of its three current heavy bomber types, reflected actual work being done on new concepts of operation. Just days before the big game, AB-1B and AB-52H flew together in a test to explore how these aircraft might work more directly together in actual combat, including sharing targeting information that could be used to fire stealthy AGM-158 Joint Air-to-Surface Standoff missiles. Personnel from the 49th and 337th Test and Evaluation Squadrons carried out the test from Barksdale Air Force Base in Louisiana on February 3, 2021. The 49th and 337th are responsible for testing and evaluating upgrades and modifications, as well as new tactics, techniques, and procedures for the B-52H and B-1B bombers, respectively. Both units are assigned to the 53rd Test and Evaluation Group at Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada, which is a geographically separated component of the 53rd Wing headquartered at Eglin Air Force Base in Florida. For this flight, a B-52H pilot and weapons systems officer flew in the B-1B and vice versa. The planes conducted various maneuvers inside the Lancer training area, situated to the west of Dallas, Texas, according to Air Force magazine. This unique opportunity allowed the aircrew to gain a better understanding and perspective of one another as the two units developed tactics for bomber interoperability and standoff weapon employment. The service has been conducting similar integration flights since 2016. However, the intent behind this bomber test integration event went beyond the cross-learning benefit from the interfly opportunity, Air Force Colonel Jamie Hernandez, head of the 53rd Test Management Group, also part of the 53rd Wing, said in a statement. The testing instead focused on developing, testing, and vetting integrated tactics to provide the warfighter with the techniques and procedures and combatant commanders the option and flexibility to employ the B-1 and B-52 as an integrated and synergistic long-range weapon force package. A goal of these tests was to fly in formation to do practice standoff weapons sorties, so we can start building how we fly together, past targets if we get new ones, and how we ultimately work together. Air Force Major Joseph Wilkinson, AB-1 Instructor Weapons Systems Officer from the 337th. A spokesperson for Air Force Global Strike Command, which oversees all of the Air Force's bomber fleets, told Air Force magazine that the test specifically involved exploring handoff techniques when employing variants of the 158 Joint Air-to-Surface Standoff missiles. It's not clear whether the operational concept in question only involved the transfer of targeting data or whether one bomber is expected to actually launch the missile, after which the other aircraft would begin sending updates to it via its data link. At present, the Air Force has a fleet of around 76 B-52H bombers, 40 of which are configured to carry nuclear-armed AGM-86B cruise missiles, among other weapons. Of those aircraft, 4 are permanently set aside for test work. The remaining examples have been modified to be only able to carry conventional weapons. Another 10 airframes in storage are kept in a closer to operational state than usual to make it easier to return them to service, if necessary. The service also has some 62 B-1Bs, a pair of which are also dedicated test aircraft. There are plans in the works to retire the 17 oldest jets in that fleet this year, which would leave 43 combat-coated bombers. Since 2011, all of these aircraft have been configured to only carry conventional weapons, and there are no plans at present to restore their nuclear capabilities. For many years, before and after the Cold War, the Air Force's B-52HS and B-1Bs offered certain distinct capabilities, with the latter bombers actually have a larger overall payload capacity, as well as being faster and having a smaller radar signature. The B-52HS, of course, had the benefit, and still do, of being able to carry additional, often outside payloads, externally, something the B-1Bs have been unable to do for much of their careers.